So the whole concept of Save Tonight obviously came about quite recently, and it really focuses around what's present in our reality right now. And the main messaging of the song is basically delivering the fact that, you know, there's so many opinions as to what's going on right now, and it's kind of difficult to know who and what to believe and who to listen to, what to listen to. So it's just guiding us to that opportunity to find that light inside. Because one thing that's very clear is that we're all pushed into a space of solitude right now, a time of introspection that typically we don't always have the time for that we'd like to. You know, we're always busy, gotta go here, gotta go there, gotta do this, gotta do that. And this is the first time where we've really just been pushed into our own space to get clear as to, like, who are we? What do we want? Who am I? How do I feel about the current situation? What am I going to choose to do with my time? Even the lyrics in the second verse, it's like our hearts, our desires seem to slip through our grip, but wait, let's perceive it from a whole new light. Like, are we stuck inside, or can we open our minds? Because from the cocoon starts a whole new life. And obviously this time of introspection, this is our cocoon. This is our time to sit with ourselves, a time to look back as to, like, how have we been choosing our day-to-day lifestyles? What are we content with? And maybe what have we just been living on autopilot with? What practices have we wanted to do, or things we've wanted to integrate into our day-to-day lifestyle, but we've pushed them away? And in the video, you'll see that whole verse of how from the cocoon starts a whole new life. There's a girl who finds her old piano that's been sitting there, it's covered up, and she wipes the dust off it, and she opens it up, and she, in this time of solitude, she reignites her craft that's been long repressed. And that's kind of the message that we're delivering to everyone. Like, in this time at your own space, as much as it seems like we can't go out to see our friends, we can't go out and eat different places, but within our own space, it's our opportunity to let our creativity shine, let our artistic voices come out. And you know, I'm a big advocate on expression, and I think in the spectrum of mental health, we find it's very important when we're in this time of solitude to stay connected, to make sure we're expressing our feelings. But sometimes our feelings are so abstract that we can't really communicate them in words. Even if you are trying to call a friend and talk to them about how you've been feeling, sometimes those words don't fully come out clearly. But art is this unique way, this unique opportunity that gives us all a voice, where those feelings could come out in the form of craft, whether it's through songwriting, through music, through video, photography, painting, pottery. A lot of these things, if you have access to the tools in your own space, you can start right here, right now. And that's just what the light we're trying to shine with the whole Save Tonight video. Save tonight, the moment here and now. What makes your heart roar, and how are you taking actions and choosing your day-to-day to really ignite that fire inside you? Because when our hearts are roaring, when we're doing what we love, or when we're tapped into that state of presence, nothing can stop us. We're untouchable, and the healing, the sense of fulfillment, the mental clarity that comes all through that space is untangible, but it's clearly felt by so many.
When the world feels like it's falling, then save tonight. When there's no one else around me, it's just you and I. When the world feels like it's falling.
The whole Save Tonight video ultimately is to inspire the listener to just rethink how have we been observing this whole situation. Are we consistently looking at it as a situation of, like, a hard knock on us? Are we resisting the wave and trying to push against, saying, like, we want to go back outside? Or are we able to just turn our lens and see this as opportunity? And how that opportunity presents itself is for you as an individual to really perceive. But the video itself is just showing one example of what that opportunity could look like, with this girl finding her piano again. And obviously, when the world feels like it's falling, can we save tonight? It's like, of course, the destruction around us, the crash of an economy, all these big changes can, if you get so lost in the external reality of it all, it can be very, very heavy. So how can we save tonight? How can we go inwards, find that light inside ourselves, and ignite it through whatever it is? If you need to rest, you need to create, you need to connect, it's all there for you. This is your time, and we will get through this. And this all is part of the repivoting, the shifting of the new normal. Because as much as we want things to go back to normal, I know a lot of us out there were not content with normal at all, and something needed to change. We didn't know what. It didn't have to come in the form of what it's looking like right now, but this is obviously an opportunity for us to come back and create a new world. I think it's really important to share my own voice and my own expression, and this video was created during my time of solitude. And how I've been perceiving it is kind of like what Isaac Newton did during his time, during the Great Bubonic Plague. This guy created calculus and created the theory of gravity, and obviously these are such great realizations that he was able to tap into. But I'm just seeing it as, what am I doing in this time? Do I want to come out looking back as I utilize this time to my benefit? Am I creating and expressing the art that I've been holding back from for so long? I know for me, music has always been a priority, and it's always been something that I've pushed behind. It just hasn't been at the top. I've wanted to. In my heart, it's known, like, I need to create and share with no expectations, but just to give out the raw, real me and enjoy the process of doing it, because I truly do love it. And I want to make sure that I've been using this time from that perspective, and I want to inspire everybody who does take the time to listen to be able to feel that message that's being delivered through this. Another thing that's important to touch on in the video was all the military scenes. We thought that was important because it's just a symbol of the destruction that can be happening around us, and the war, if you want to call it that, as much as it's an invisible war, it's just representing that war that a lot of us are dealing with externally. The economy, we had flashes of the market collapse, money just burning, and the whole concept of it is it really what we value as our priority? And we thought it was important to just kind of flash the symbolism of as the world feels like it's falling. It's so many different layers of how it can feel like it's falling to the viewer, but all those different touch points reflected. And you have the businessman who's got his hand to his head. He's looking out the window just like, whoa, like my years of work or all these great investments that I've made, and then like just in a moment, in a couple days or weeks, you can see it plummet that fast, and like that brings a lot of heaviness, I'm sure, on the people who've done that. So we're just trying to flash glimpses of the different perspectives of how people are feeling this heaviness. You have the old couple just holding each other because they're at high risk. They don't know if this could be the last moment they share with each other. So we have flashes of a lot of people just holding each other, and that's just really showing the true value of connection with one another, being with loved ones, the ability to touch, realizing how sacred it truly is once you realize it's taken away from you, and you feel like you don't have that opportunity. It makes you just appreciate how special it is to really hold someone that you love and have that physical touch and connection with them. And obviously towards the end, we're more flashing that new potential. If you see subtly the butterflies that will come about in the video, and those butterflies represent the metamorphosis of us coming out of our cocoon, but coming out not as what we were, but as this new state of being. These caterpillars that have evolved, metamorphosized into butterflies. And the butterfly, you'll see, it actually is layered underneath the earth. And as the earth is going through a shadow and coming out into the light with the butterfly over top of it, that's representing this new earth that we have the opportunity to co-create as to how we come out of this whole quarantine, this time of solitude. Are we doing our best to really create the new world in the way we want to see it and the way we want to be as individuals, or are we going to just go back to that mundane, robotic lifestyle that maybe we've been living for so long and not truly feeling fulfilled? So all this little symbolism was reflecting the story that we're trying to tell, the message that we're trying to deliver through this artistic creation. And then of course it ends with the newborn baby. The newborn baby with the big blue eyes, and it's just the eyes of potential, the eyes of our future, and creating a world, a new earth that we want them to live in as well, because it's up to us for what we do now that creates the new world for them and the experience that they get to live. So hopefully you can appreciate the creative expression through it all. I also think it's really important to give a shout out to the feature, Miss Christine C. Costa. It's been such a pleasure working with her, a great friend of mine, super talented artist, and she's also just in her stages of coming out. This is one of her first songs that she's ever actually written a part of and performed and created a video to. So it's been so helpful knowing that I'm able to help her ignite her true fire even through this time of solitude, while at the same time she's helping me by being a feature with such a beautiful voice on the songs that I'm here to share with the world. Christine and I co-created this from our own space, in the comfort of our own homes, obviously, honoring social distancing. Even when we shot and recorded the video, which we did do ourselves, we kept that distance necessary, but did what we needed to do to keep the vision moving forward. As well as the recordings we did in the comfort of our own home. I took care of the vocal arrangements myself, and then we sent it off to a producer to get mixed and mastered. And then the album artwork was done by myself. The writing was co-written 50-50, and it was just beautiful to do this so organically in so many layers. I love being able to express not only the vocal side of things when it came to performing, songwriting, but also from the expression of the video and the story we wanted to tell through that layer of it all. It's been so beautiful being able to be hands-on so many different aspects of this piece of art. So I hope you can appreciate it. If you have any feedback, would love to hear in the comments. I'm excited to share it with the world, and yeah, feel free to share if it touches you in one way or another. Would appreciate any support. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check out Christine, and yeah, I'm super excited to keep it all coming. Lots of love to you all, and thank you so much for tuning in. Let's save tonight.
The world feels like it's falling.